and was completely uninspired by it. So come with me and we'll have a chat. We share the whole building with a whole bunch of other cool businesses specialised in sports recovery, hence the name. These girls are like magicians, dedicated to like family cycling. Like, not many bike shops have a yoga studio. How is that not being solved? We have to pick it up and go. Let's see if we can inspire some engineers to make better bikes and cheaper. Definitely want them cheaper too. If you're like me and you saw the Specialized SL8 and was completely uninspired by it, this video is for you. I've got some great ideas about how they could have made most road bikes a bit more interesting actually, but I thought we'd start with a bit of a tour through the building. So come with me and we'll have a chat. Ben's working on this awesome BMC at the moment, old school time trial bike, awesome. Here we go, up this way. This is Jake's old TCR. He's trying to sell it if anyone's keen. And here is the upstairs. So upstairs we share the whole building with a whole bunch of other cool businesses. This is Sports Recovery Kendall. Let's see what they're up to. So this is Sports Recovery Kendall, and they have a team of like 4 masseurs now, really specialised in sports recovery, hence the name I guess. But yeah, 2 little treatment rooms, and of course they use the gym downstairs as well for all like the physiotherapy, that sort of thing. Like so qualified, like just qualifications everywhere. These girls are like magicians, they really are. And this is the room you're probably familiar with. This is our classroom and YouTube studio. And in here, you'll recognise this background for most of our YouTube videos, but in the winter, we actually use this for maintenance courses with Kendall Cycling Club. In fact, those courses are online now, so if you're interested in something to keep you occupied this winter, get signed up. We'll put the links down below for you. And this little business here, there's no one in today, but this is Cyclists. These guys run a website dedicated to like family cycling. Again, I'll put the links down below. Really cool website. And this is our yoga studio. Like, not many bike shops have a yoga studio. Look at this, I love this place. So it's quite a small room. We have about 9 people in here doing yoga in the winter, most nights of the week, but you know, during the summer, maybe only a couple of nights of the week. But it's such a nice, beautiful space. It's just dead quiet where we can actually do yoga and Pilates. Okay, great, let's have a chat about bikes. So I was so uninspired by the Specialized SL8 launch that kind of got me thinking, what could a bike designer do these days to actually inspire us consumers? What could they bring to the party that actually would make us go, ooh, I really like that? So I started making a bit of a list as I was sort of wandering home, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and I want you guys to get into the comments and just add it, because let's see if we can inspire some engineers to make better bikes. So what I was thinking, you see, I really like it when my bike looks really smart and it's all integrated, and I like not seeing cables, but it is a real pain to work on. And also they kind of still rattle around inside the tubing. So how is that not being solved yet? You see, in other industries, we have proper hydraulic couplings that you can actually undo, not like the Shimano J kit or the SRAM, you know, connector mid-jig thing, which is one way and one way still leaks. Proper, fully sealed hydraulic couplings that you can just undo and do up again. Like, why is that not a thing yet? And also, why can't we potentially even hardwire in some of the brake hoses so that nothing rattles at all? I love it when my bike is just quiet. And bike mechanics like us spent so much time trying to tie down cables and make sure that things aren't rattling on the inside, and yet apparently a bike engineer can't solve that problem. When I consider my entire bike, like, why am I carrying this thing around with me? This thing is ridiculous. Look. You see, I like it when my bike is just a grab and go type of thing, and I like carrying my tools with me. It looks ridiculous, but all this weight here that I've added to my bike, I'm pretty sure could be integrated in a much more of a total system weight kind of way, because there's stuff in here that I'm carrying that I really don't need. So like my multi-tool, for instance, I only really need the tools relevant to this bike, which is going to be, you know, a 6mm for the axles, a 4mm for the stem bolts, a T25 for here, and actually, in fact, a really good T25. This is a really awkward bolt to access, so maybe Look could have made something that was, you know, actually for that purpose, and then build it into the frame like we're seeing on, you know, mountain bikes and e-bikes. We have a little hatch and all the tools are like bolted down, or even in the steerer tube or something. So all those tools are just built into the bike. So I get this beautiful, you know, road bike profile without having to add bags and multi-tools and stuff like that. It's just kind of get in the way and rattle around. It's just, I'd love that if they managed to do something that said, you don't need to carry a 200 gram tool, because 100 grams worth of tooling is already built into the bike. I mean, that'd be awesome. Kind of while I'm on the bike as well, like I do think that endurance bikes, especially when you have an endurance bike like this, or the Trek Domani or the BMC road machine, that fenders are really, really important, because you tend to ride these sort of bikes in all weathers and all terrains and that sort of thing. And these have got fender mounts, but they don't actually make a fender, a mudguard, that actually integrates beautifully with the bike. And I would love it if there was a lovely colour matched fender that just integrated beautifully with this. It didn't rattle, it didn't make any noise, that just suited the bike. That's one thing that I would definitely love to see, especially on your winter training bikes, your endurance bikes, that sort of thing. I can't believe that's not a thing yet. How have we not reinvented the water bottle yet? You've got this beautiful aerodynamic, sleek looking bike, and then we go and stick water bottle cages on it. It seems so antiquated when you consider the amount of technology that goes into the rest of the bike. So surely this is like an area of development that is just easy pickings. And I know that BMC have been trying to do some stuff, but I think we're still early days yet. I'm sure there must be more aero gains to be made in how you carry water than almost any other part of the bike now. Tubeless, I think Tubeless is a fantastic technology. It's definitely in its infancy, it's definitely going to grow. But one of the things that I think will really help it get there is, fit and forget tubeless tape. Tubeless tape that it just sticks and stays stuck and doesn't ride up and come undone. Tubeless tape that actually works. At the moment we're borrowing tubeless tape from other industries, and it kind of works, but it peels off. Surely there must be a way of developing a tubeless system that is fit and forget almost, and brings that level of convenience to tubeless that will help it hit that mass market. There's still loads of work to do before tubeless is an accepted technology, and most of that is just the enabling tech around it. Talking of which, electric pumps. This is like a little innovation. I've had this on the channel before, like most YouTubers have been sent this. Cyclists make this one. This is so close. This is almost the tech that we need to enable tubeless to go. Yeah, it needs a pressure gauge on there as well, because pressure gauges are now nice and lightweight. I know you can get smaller ones than this, but as soon as you take this off and put this on, you've almost lost some of the pressure. And with the tubeless tech now, you need to be so precise. And it blows my mind that bike brands haven't made something like this. I've just borrowed this from the tool shop because mine's in the back of the car, but I keep one of these in the car, and this actually works really, really well for tubeless tech. And it is just literally just an inflator you plug a battery into, and it brings it up to exactly the PSI you want. It's accurate to 1 PSI. You press a button, it inflates it, and you remove it, and it's at the correct pressure. There's no loss of air as you take anything off. And these aren't even that expensive. All we need to do is add like a little tank onto it, so you get that initial flow of air to help a tubeless tyre seal, and then after that you're golden. I can't believe that Topeak, Silka, etc. haven't got on the back of an electric pump yet with a little built-in compressor. It seems like it's just easy. It's just a product there ripe for the taking. Just get it made. Other things I've thought about, maybe when I'm at a cafe, just need a nice, easy, integrated lock-in system. Maybe it's just something that just locks the cranks in a certain position so that a thief couldn't just get on it and ride off, or maybe just locks the handlebars in position. It doesn't need to be a big elaborate thing, just something that almost immobilizes the bike just while I'm popping in for a croissant or a coffee or something. That'd be a feature worth having, especially on your endurance bike, maybe not your race bike, but bikes like this, which is my cruising around the Lake District, putting in 100 miles on a weekend. That's that sort of bike. It would be perfect for it. Ultimately, what I want from my bike is I want it to look amazing. I just want this lovely, beautiful sports car-esque profile about it. I want it to just ride smoothly, not have any noises or creaks or rattles, just be a beautiful, smooth riding experience. And just want it to be easy, just want to be able to pick it up and go. I don't need to worry about whether my tyres need 2 more PSI in it because they've leaked over the last 24 hours, or whether I've got the right tools or my tools have gone rusty. I just want to be able to just pick it up, put a water bottle into its holder and just ride. And I think if bike brands could perhaps get us on that narrative and bring us features and benefits that are along those lines, now that would be a product launch that might get my attention. What do you reckon? If you've got some more ideas, get them down in the comments. Let's see if we can fire up those engineers, give them some imagination, get some creativity rolling, and let's see if we can like get our bikes to where we want them to be, and cheaper. Definitely want them cheaper too.